A Bangko Sentral Assistant Governor will soon suit up as the head of the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Lilia Guillermo, who's also a former BIR Deputy Commissioner, faces a challenge of boosting government revenue through tax collection. She joins us now on the line. Thank you so much for joining us, Ma'am Lilia. You're now on the hot seat. Was it a difficult decision to accept this appointment as BIR Chief?
Yes, it was a difficult decision. However, since I came there, I spent more than 30 years of service in the Bureau. Therefore, it's also exciting to go back.
But of course, this is a different situation because many questions will be asked on the Marcos estate tax liability of 23 billion pesos. How will you handle this, Ma'am Lilia?
I have not read the documents, okay? But if it's already done from the Supreme Court that it's final and executory, and the BIR will have to do the collection, then we will collect, no? I have not seen the documents, Rico, but if that is the case, I will look at it and try to collect whatever is in that document.
Did you discuss this with the President-elect, Bongbong Marcos, when he appointed you the next BIR chief? Because, as you mentioned, the Supreme Court has ruled that the Marcos tax liability is already final and executory. Did you say, if I become the BIR chief, I will have to collect from you, my boss?
I discussed this with the President because I have not seen, as I mentioned, I have seen the documents. In fact, whether it's final or executory, I was just informed that it's final and executory, but I want to see the documents. Once I see the documents and I know already the figures, how much, in fact, the amount, I'm not really very sure about it. In case I'm sure already after reading the documents and everything, then I will have to talk to the President that BIR needs to collect it. And maybe I will inform him, Mr. President, it's not you who's going to pay this, but it's the estate.
Correct.
Your family, I hope that there will be no objections and be a role model to at least comply the rules of taxation.
So when do you expect, Ma'am Lilia, to see the documents? When do you plan to read the documents? And
on Monday. On Monday, I have a turnover. I will have a turnover with the present Commissioner Dulay on Monday, and I asked him specifically that I want to see the documents of this estate tax case.
And when you see the documents and it is for real that the Supreme Court ruling says that the Marcos estate has to pay the 23 billion pesos in estate taxes. But of course, with interest over several decades, the amount is expected to be 203 billion pesos. When do you plan then to discuss this with the President-elect?
Of course, in July, perhaps.
After he's inaugurated.
Well, 2 weeks after, because I have to discuss it also with the collection enforcement group. I think this was way back 2010. I really don't know the details, no, but I know it was the collection has started. I thought that I've been hearing that some properties have been sold to convert it to cash collections. No, I don't know. I don't know the amounts involved. So please give me time to.
We will definitely, Ma'am Lilia. Of course, it's your term is over 6 years, no? Because the President will stay in his position for the next 6 years. But of course, these questions will always crop up if nothing materializes over the next few months and years. And of course, when you talk to tax experts, they're also saying that the country's president and his family should set a good example when it comes to paying taxes.
Yes. Yes, and you know, that amount will really help our country. Imagine, if the amount is correct, no? Imagine that amount. It will, at least maybe we will be able to meet our target. if that amount is really 200 plus billion. No?
Absolutely. And of course, Ma'am Lilia, no, to service our massive debt as well, which is close to 13 trillion pesos.
That's true. That's true. That's why it's really very difficult to when you ask me, did you have a hard time deciding whether accept or not? Well, that's one, no. We are in we're about to enter into a financial crisis, but our role in the BIR is very important. Therefore, we have to collect. We have to meet our targets. No?
So, do you think to meet your targets, the finance department will have to raise taxes yet again during these very challenging times for our kababayans?
Actually, maybe you have interviewed the incoming Secretary of Finance, and he said that I'm not bent on additional taxes, no additional, because we have just introduced new taxes, lately, and it's the efficiency of collection, that is efficiency of compliance to these new taxes. We have to improve. No, we have not maximized. No, it's some of them are new taxes. Therefore, that's the tall order.
But Ma'am Lilia, every administration has always said that they want to make tax collection more efficient without raising taxes. So how can we make it more efficient in this new administration?
The battle cry is digital transformation, digitalization of payments, online services will have to happen. Make it comfortable for the taxpayers to pay easily, convenience to register, convenience to pay their taxes online, and perhaps some of our citizens are having a hard time, or the online service is not as fast as they're expecting. Well, that's one. Kaya nga, digitalization is the battle cry. That's why maybe I was also chosen, no? Because the use of technology is very important to tell you that it can be more efficient versus the last years, no? We will do that. I will try to introduce innovations.
All the best to you, Ma'am Lilia, and good luck.
Thank
the
you.
incoming BIR Chief, Lilia Guillermo.